You know, for successful change management, we've got to be good at storytelling and using metaphors in particular. If you think of Kotter's principle, if you can't communicate the vision to someone in 5 minutes or less and get a reaction that signifies both understanding and interest, you're not yet done. Also think about Albert Einstein's quote, if you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. And it turns out that storytelling and metaphors are key about how we operate as human beings. It's part of what separates us from the rest of the animal kingdom. And in her book, 7.5 Lessons About the Brain, Lisa Feldman suggests that it's virtually impossible to communicate without using metaphor. So what is a metaphor? Well, it's a rhetorical way of referring to one thing by mentioning another. For example, as Shakespeare said, all the world's a stage and all men and women merely players. They have their entrances and their exits. What a great metaphor that one, Mark. How about this? If we can hit the bullseye, then the rest of the dominoes will fall like a house of cards. Not so good. As Andrew Orton says, metaphors are necessary as communication devices because they allow the transfer of coherent chunks and characteristics, perceptual, cognitive, emotional and experimental, from a vehicle which is known to a topic that is less so. So, what are some good change management metaphors? I like to use Winston Churchill's advice. Begin with a sober assessment with the reality of the issue or the change, and follow that with a realistic cause for optimism using a metaphor. So using that approach, here are a few ideas. Number one, if you're recruiting sponsors, sober assessment. The number one cause of people-dependent change failure is ineffective sponsorship. The optimistic metaphor, be like Bruce Springsteen, be front stage, be active and visible, people want to hear from you. Number two, if you're recruiting managers, sober assessment. The preferred sender of personal change messages is an employee's manager or supervisor. Optimistic metaphor, you are the E Street Band, be on stage with the sponsor, back them up, make it real. Number three, if you're interacting with technical project people, sober assessment. Change management and project management need to be integrated but have different focuses. The optimistic metaphor, you're building the car, it's an incredibly technical thing, you've got to get it right. But we're helping folks to know that they can use the car to do something useful with it, like drive it to the supermarket. Number four, if you're recruiting champions, sober assessment. The new idea either finds a champion or dies. The optimistic metaphor, you're now like a famous social media influencer in the organisation with millions of followers. You're promoting the new brand of sneakers. If you use and recommend those sneakers frequently and show yourself using them, your followers will buy them. If you don't, they won't. If you're speaking with end users, sober assessment. Unless you and your peers make a personal decision to embrace, adopt and use the new thing, the change will fail. Optimistic metaphor. You're a sports person, you're in a successful team. We can show you how to get better at playing the game and get fit and have fun and at the same time help the team win the championship. And the final one, if you're speaking about culture, and this is a famous one, the sober assessment, the number one blocker for digital transformation is culture. The optimistic metaphor, a fish swims by another fish and says, how's the water today? The other fish says, what's water? So we're talking about storytelling and metaphor use. I think it's good to develop these. They resonate with people and ultimately they help you communicate the vision in the way Kotter suggests and help you explain it to a 6-year-old as Einstein suggested. And if you have any ideas for other metaphors, please post them here. I hope that helps.